Israel bombarded Gaza and battled Hamas as mediators urged both sides to agree to a hostage release deal outlined by the U.S. President Joe Biden, seeking to end nearly 9 months of conflict. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has insisted Israel will pursue the war until Hamas is destroyed and captives freed, despite domestic pressure from protesters demanding an immediate truce deal and far-right allies threatening to topple his government if he strikes a deal. Opposition leader Lapid offered to back Netanyahu if his far-right allies quit over a deal. The defense minister said Israel is assessing an alternative government to Hamas in Gaza. Hamas, the militant Palestinian group, has said it views positively Biden's description of an Israeli proposal for a phased process beginning with an Israeli withdrawal from populated Gaza areas and an initial prisoner swap. Fighting raged in Gaza, with Israeli airstrikes, ground combat, and Hamas rocket fire. Netanyahu said Israel's conditions remain the destruction of Hamas's capabilities, the freeing of all hostages and ensuring Gaza no longer threatens Israel. Mediators from the US, Qatar and Egypt called on both sides to finalize the agreement outlined by Biden, under which negotiations would follow the truce for a lasting ceasefire. The war erupted after a deadly Hamas attack in October that killed 1,189, mostly civilians, and took 252 hostages, 121 still held. Israel's response has killed at least 36,439 Gazans, largely civilians. Heavy fighting flared in southern Rafah, where over 1 million have fled. Aid access is difficult amid the bombardment, leaving some children without milk and suffering malnutrition, according to a hospital. Israel seized Rafah's Gaza-Egypt border crossing last month, slowing aid deliveries for the 2.4 million residents.